Okay, we are back in Dark Cloud. Last time I was playing, I was having a lot of problems. It kept, whoops. It kept, like, slowing down, lagging out. And, I mean, it's only like a little handheld device. Even a PS2 emulator, even on like a full PC that's set up for that, can still, like, dive in, frame rate here and there. That's pretty normal. But it was like at 50 to 60%. Oh, I gotta switch to the cat. Oops, wrong button. So it was like unplayable, just all of a sudden. See, it just went down to 10 to 70 there. It does that when it does an animation, and that's pretty normal. And it doesn't really like interfere with the gameplay, but it was in the middle of the gameplay. It was nosediving, and it was making it just unplayable. And I couldn't figure out why, because this whole time I've been playing and it's been fine, other than like I said, videos or QT QuickTime events, it kind of freaks out a little bit. Big deal. Still not enough to even like be annoying. I am thirst. So then I just started rooting through the stats. Please tell me I have water. I do. Okay, phew. I do have water. I started rooting through the stats, and ooh. And I found, like, I forget what that's called, but at the top right there, you can see it says 100%, 90%, 101%. That's like the forced speed of the game, like the render speed. There's actually a word for it. I could look for it real quick, actually. Oh, normal speed? So normal speed is what that thing is at, and I had it set to 101 instead of 100%. And as soon as I put it back to 100%, it started working just fine. So, apparently, if you're lagging out real bad, make sure that you're at 100%, because it seems like if you have it higher, or lower probably even too, then it's going to confuse it and make it think that it has to force the game to render differently than the game is made to render. So, yeah, just watch out for that. And there... So, yeah, thankfully, crisis averted, and my Retroid is not broken or anything like that. Oh, man. So, yeah, I just started playing Dark Cloud 2. I had played it a little bit a long time ago. Like, I think we have a disc somewhere. Oops, let me just switch back to you. I'm just cheesing it with Tone again until we get Ruby. And then as soon as we get Ruby, I'm going back to training. So ideally, I can actually get her here, because I'm going on another short little road trip for family for Easter. Am I thirsty again? That's insane. I thought I had Quench on this sword. Let me see that. I do have Quench. What the heck? Is this just really a thirsty place or something? What's the deal with that? Why am I getting thirsty so much? Ouch. Might as well use it. Yeah, but I started playing Dark Cloud 2, and I've gotten a little bit into the game before. I have got a disc somewhere of it, but I just never really sat down and really played it like I have this game multiple times. So I'm very excited to finally really give it a chance and try it. It's a little different from this one in that it's a little bit more modern. I think in the actual recording, I mentioned that it kind of feels and looks more like Dark Cloud, which I wouldn't blame them if they kind of took that as their like updated style influence. But I'm not like a super Kingdom Hearts fan. I'm probably gonna play it on this channel too, because it is a good game. It's a very good game, very good series. But yeah, it's just not cool. It's I don't want to say it's like the issue is that it's mainstream or anything silly like that, because that's not like a real critique. I'm thirsty again. What is with this place? It's definitely this the ocean here. Get out of my face. Whoa, 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 do not get gooed. It's definitely the ocean. down here that's doing this to me. I wonder if there's like an anti-thirst badge. But yeah, no, my issue with Kingdom Hearts and more modern games as they became like, you know, made by bigger companies with more people is more like, let me try and think of the word. It's like, it's cursed? Oh man. They're cursed. That's what's wrong with them. No. Well, like I was saying with Jak and Daxter, where they have much larger, whoa, that's a cool hammer. A much larger development body of talent, which it has its up and down, right? The more people that are involved, the less focused the vision is, right? Because now it's, you know, it really has to make money. It's not like, oh, we're just making a game for fun. It doesn't really matter if it makes money, or it can make a little bit of money and it'll have paid for itself. It's like, no, it has to make a lot of money to pay for a lot of people and keep the studio open and going. And yeah, once you get to be incorporated as opposed to like an LLC or something, now you do actually have to like have meaningful income, and it's a lot more complicated. So like, I can't blame them for the problems that comes with being bigger and more successful. But as far as games go, the result is everything is changed. Everything goes through, it seems like, a degree of censorship that kind of just dulls the bite of a lot of things. Like, this game dares to be Dark Cloud 2 rather dares to be a little bit more brutal than I would say Dark Cloud this one is. There's not too much violence in this one, like, at all. There's like a little bit of violence to do with the character who apparently is dead at the beginning of the second game. Oh man, you just can't get around the thirst in this one, even with Quench. Crazy. Oh my gosh, stand still. Oh, and my weapons hurt now. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's like the writing is a little bit different. It feels a little bit more like there's a lot of money involved. You know what I mean? There's something about, like, the issue is not modernness. The issue is largeness of modern companies. There's not really much indie, like true indie stuff going mainstream. You know what I mean? Like, back then, there was only mostly indie studios. Or they were like mid-tier success, where they had made a couple of previous games. And now they're starting to turn towards more like being a big mega company that's very successful, you know? So Dark Cloud 2 and Kingdom Hearts and that whole time with the PS2, like towards the end of the PS2, but not quite the end of the PS2 yet, is when all these companies were starting to make money. A lot of money, and be big companies. Big companies means more writers, more artists, which means a less refined. What is shooting? There it is. Less refined on a personal level, which again isn't really those games' fault, and they're still good. But I don't know. It doesn't feel as. I hate to not have like a specific complaint. You know, I don't really have a complaint other than it feels like it's written for an audience rather than, you know what I mean? Like, it's written to appeal to this demographic and to make this amount of money, as opposed to, whoa, now. No. Unbelievable. Unallowed. Yeah, but it's like it's trying to appeal in order to sell rather than it's trying to exist because it's just a game. It's just a good game because it is. You know what I mean? Like, Dark Cloud 1 comes off as some passionate people made a dungeon crawler because they like dungeon crawlers. Another one, I had a feeling. And it's very minimal and it's very managed. And it's just to the point because that's just all that they could make. Whereas already Dark Cloud feels like it's a much bigger moneyed production. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's like to have like a creative outcome versus something that is a production. Like they spent this much money and they expect to make this much money. You know, you have to be just a lot more sanitized in a way to create that. But as it's a Dark Cloud game, I expect it to be a much cooler experience than Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is good, but, you know, anything that has to do with Disney is a little hyper-sanitized. You know what I mean? Like, it manages to get a little edgy because it's half Square Enix, which is not a sanitized company. They do lots of edgy and tough stuff. They're, you know, more sanitized than, like, Atlas, whose demographic seems to be horny teenagers. But, you know, we're not going to talk about Atlas. They're just kind of the worst. The absolute worst. Is it Poison? It was Poison. Good. What we got? Oh, big! Judgment. Man, I should use Hammer Boy sometime. Yeah, but I will play Kingdom Hearts on this channel. And kind of share more of the critiques that I have for it in person, in particular, at that time. And actually, there's a lot of Final Fantasy and Square Enix games that I haven't played at all. Like, I've only played Final Fantasy Tactics, which I didn't beat, so I'd love to beat that on this channel. And I've started games in Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, but again, never beat it. Never really got very far at all. Jeez Louise. Ouch. Come on, nerd. And I've played a good chunk of X, but I never beat X. So, yeah. Oh, a little bit of that Switch one, World of Final Fantasy, because I like monster games most of all. So, I played a good chunk of that. But yeah, never beat it. So, there's like a lot of Final Fantasy games I have never played. I've played more miscellaneous Squaresoft and Enix games than I have the combined Square Enix more famous titles. Like Terra Enigma, and Secret of Evermore, and Secret of Mana. Was that Enix Squaresoft? I forget. But yeah, I played a lot of those older SNES titles on emulation back when I was in high school. Okay, so that's it for this level. So why don't we wrap up this episode? If you are enjoying, faceplant into the like button. YouTube appreciates that. And so do I, actually, very much. Thank you. And yeah, we will continue the adventure. Yeah, in coming shortly. So yeah, let me know what other games you want to see and how much you're enjoying this. And hopefully we get Ruby soon so I can start fighting with the babe. Alright, have a good rest of the week and bye!